Good morning, my lovely students. How are you? Today we will complete Unit 6, the gender divide for Mega Goal 5, Conversation and Listening. Today we will listen to a conversation between Fahd and Faisal. Then we will identify some new expression and ask and answer some question about the conversation. After that, we will listen to the news show discussion about the different strategies used by new and experienced drivers. After that, we will identify some new vocabulary. Let's start with conversation. Look at the pictures and try to guess what the conversation will be about. Extent, it may be about cars, driving, mobiles, direction, or GPS. Let's listen and know.
I don't know why the GPS can't find Lakeside Drive. I think we'd better stop and ask directions.
Don't worry, I'm sure I can find it. Let's try going this way.
I think we're lost. Look, there's a gas station. Let's pull over and ask someone.
Oh, all right. You look lost.
You can say that again. We're looking for Lakeside Drive.
I know this town like the back of my hand, and I can tell you that there's no street by that name. Do you mean Riverside Drive?
Oh, yeah, that must be it. I just got the street name wrong.
Can you tell us how to get there?
It's not far. It's just over on the other side of town. You need to turn left out of here. Then go straight for a couple of miles. Keep going until you see an ice cream shop. If you pass Town Hall, you've gone too far. Take the first left after the ice cream shop, and you'll be on Riverside Drive.
Thanks. I guess it's a good thing I suggested we stop for directions. We would have been driving in circles for ages.
Don't make a big deal about it. I'm sure I would have figured it out eventually.
What's the meaning of you can say that again? It means I agree with you completely. Know something like the back of my hand. Know something very well. Over used to emphasize location for ages, for a very long time. Make a big deal about. Make something small seem very important. Question number 1. How do Faisal and Fahd react differently to being lost? Fahd wants to stop and ask for directions, but Faisal doesn't. Number 2. Why couldn't they find the street they were looking for? They were looking for the wrong street name. Number 3. How does each of them feel about having stopped to get directions? Fahd is glad that they stopped, but Faisal isn't. Now, look at this picture. Who can describe this picture? Excellent. This is a new driver and this is an experienced driver. Now, we will listen to the news show discussion about the different strategies used by new and experienced drivers. Then we will answer true or false. Are you ready? Listen carefully.
Good morning and welcome to AM Chat. I'm your host, Ken Larder, and today we're talking with mature drivers, driving each other crazy. A fascinating new book about the sometimes incompatible differences between young and older drivers. Kevin, good morning, and welcome to the show.
Thanks, Ken. Glad to be here.
Kevin, I want to talk to you about one of the major issues the book focuses on, the difference between younger and older drivers' approach to danger while driving. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Yes, I'd be happy to. It's long been suspected that men of different generations have different ways of reacting to obstacles and potential dangers. Research has indicated that these differences are probably real. They reveal reveal that experienced drivers tend to have a better sense of the parameters involved in each situation and react intuitively.
So this means that experienced drivers have better reflexes, doesn't it?
Certainly not. Experienced drivers simply have encountered similar obstacles or dangers before and have developed a number of strategies. Intuition, as we all know, often has to do with accumulated knowledge and a range of experiences. Younger drivers normally have faster reflexes, but they need to process all the information on the spot and make a decision that they have probably not had to make before. So it is a more conscious process in their case that sometimes increases stress or fear depending on the individual.
So then it seems neither group has a total advantage in such cases, do they?
Well, the strategies experienced drivers use does give them an advantage when having to regain control of the car or dealing with spillage that makes the road slippery or driving on ice.
I remember hearing that experienced drivers usually have lower car insurance premiums than new drivers. That's true.
It is, provided that the experienced driver has a clean record with no major accidents.
That's a bit unfair for new drivers, isn't it? I mean, it makes it considerably more expensive for a younger person who really doesn't earn much, if they have a job.
Not really. While young drivers have quicker reflexes, they also tend to take greater risks and get into more accidents. Older drivers are more cautious and so get into fewer accidents. So new drivers have their strengths and experienced drivers do too. Each group deserves to be given credit for what they do well.
So each group is the better driver in their own way, aren't they?
Exactly.
Now, who can answer the first question? Giving Schultz of the show? Excellent. False. Why? Because it is the guest of the show. It's the guest of the show. Very good. The book they are discussing a long time ago? False. Excellent. It's a modern book. Number 3. New and experienced drivers use different driving strategies? Sure, it's true. Number 4. To be better able to deal with difficult situations? Of course, it's true. Number 5. Older drivers are as fast as younger drivers. Reflexes means reactions. Not. False. It's false sentence because older driver reflexes or reaction are not as. Number 6. New drivers tend to get more stressed and frightened when dealing with a dangerous situation. Excellent. It's true. The last one. Experienced drivers normally have lower insurance premiums. Pronunciations. Tag questions are short questions added to the ends of sentences. If the tag questions uses rising intonation, the speaker isn't sure of the statement and is looking for information. If the tag question uses falling intonation, the speaker is sure of the statement and is expecting confirmation. Listen carefully.
1. So this means that experienced drivers have better reflexes, doesn't it?
2. So then it seems neither group has a total advantage in such cases, do they?
3. That's true, isn't it?
4. That's a bit unfair for new drivers, isn't it?
5. So each group is the better driver in their own way, aren't they?
Now, vocabulary. Match the words with their meaning. Content. Content. What's the meaning of content? Content means subject matter. Subject matter. Number 2, convey. Convey. Communicate by statement or suggestion. Number 3, feminine. Feminine. Of or relating to women or girls. Number 4, intimate. Intimate. Emotionally close. Number C. 5, literal. Literal. Concerned with facts only. Masculine. Masculine. Of or relating to men or boys. Species. Species. Category or type of living things. Witness. Observe an innocent or an accident. Is it clear, my dear students? Have a nice time and goodbye.